But are you ready to get in the ring tomorrow night and call him out?
Yes, why not? If I wait so long, I have not personality problem with the guys, This is my dream, This is my dream. I will be a world champion, the first Kurdish and 100 year in Germany we have not a world champion. I think, why not? Please give me the fight,
And giving you another fight? He said, no, I'd rather fight Usyk. I'm like, so that's where his mind at. He's a real competitor. He's a big guy. He's very heavy-handed, but he has a mountain to climb because Usyk is the pound-for-pound number one of the sport.
Last one, Turkey said yesterday about Usyk fighting in Turkey next year.
Yeah.
Is that going to be against you, maybe?
Yes, this is also very interesting for me. Why not? I can fight also with him in Turkey, but I think I live in Germany. I have a so big support in Germany. I think the people don't understand why I have a big support in Germany.
One guy, and obviously as a heavyweight, he's got a puncher's chance. And yeah, it's a pay-per-view on DAZN. Why do you watch it? You watch it for Usyk and the magic of what Usyk brings, and he won't be here forever. And you watch it for.
They have ordered Oleksandr Usyk to defend the WBC World Heavyweight title against Agit Kabayel immediately. This is the bit I don't really like, but it is what it is. Immediately after a voluntary. So Usyk gets one first, like you can have one.
Kabayel reveals something that must have hurt him deeply. He was not even on Usyk's original retirement fight list. But then Usyk himself said, why not Kabayel next? And Kabayel says, what is the plan from God? Inshallah, we make this fight happen. This is destiny calling.
Yeah, just on you being next to the line, Usyk, he kind of released, was it like 3 fights he wanted before he retired, and you weren't on that list. What did that kind of feel like?
I heard after making an interview with Daily Mail, and they say, why not Kabayel is next? He said this is his plan, and what is the plan from God,
Yeah.
And I say, inshallah, we will make the fight happy.
Filip Hrgovic steps forward and sends a brutal message to Kabayel. He says he will absolutely destroy him. Tough fight, but he wins. But here is the thing. If Hrgovic is already this confident about beating Kabayel, imagine what Oleksandr Usyk is thinking right now. The most complete boxer on the planet is sitting there watching all of this and is not worried about Kabayel for even 1 single second.
After what you saw tonight, what do you think happens if you fight Agit Kabayel?
I think I'll destroy him. I think I'll beat him. He's a tough guy, and I'm a tough guy. I think it will be a great fight.
Turkey Usyk speaks as a genuine fan, and his message is completely honest. He personally wants to see Usyk versus Kabayel happen. But then he delivers the most important warning of everything. Make sure both fighters are still focused, still have IT. Because Usyk at his absolute best is the most terrifyingly complete and most dangerous fighter on this entire planet. And Kabayel needs to be truly ready before stepping into that ring.
As a fan, of course, I want to see it. Yeah, as a fan, but you need first of all to be sure they are focusing and they still have it. You understand?
The boxing analysts step in and say that Usyk making statements about Kabayel on live media means something genuinely significant. When the pound-for-pound #1 starts mentioning your name publicly, it creates a ripple in the pond. People start talking, people start asking, and that ripple is turning into a tidal wave right now. Because Usyk versus Kabayel is not just a good fight, it is a dangerous fight for absolutely everyone involved, including the so-called invincible champion himself.
Sanchez fight, they're going to do that with Agit Kabayel. Him making that statement, making statements like that over media means something. I think it really, I think him saying those type of things and making these type of possibilities verbally, creates a ripple in the pond, right? And I think that, people are going to ask about that fight. And
Simon Jordan makes the most powerful statement about Agit Kabayel and Usyk simultaneously. He says Kabayel should be fighting for the WBC belt right now. He calls Kabayel the president of the Who Needs Him club. But then Simon makes the point that everyone is thinking. Usyk is so dangerous that even someone as talented and as ready as Kabayel faces the most enormous challenge of his entire career. Because Usyk does not just beat fighters, he completely and totally dismantles them piece by piece.
Bit early, but he should be fighting for the WBC belt. He is probably, as others would describe, He's the president of the Who Needs Him club because he's in such good form. I am a massive fan of his. I watched him when he beat
Agit Kabayel reveals the full scale of what he represents, and it is genuinely breathtaking. He says there are 70 million Kurdish people around the entire world. 70 million. And they are all behind him. Every single one. But it is not just the Kurdish community. Kabayel also has the full German nation behind him. All the people of Germany are watching and supporting and praying for this fight to happen. And when you combine that support with his incredible talent and his absolute fearlessness against the most dangerous heavyweight champion on the planet, Agit Kabayel becomes the most exciting challenger Usyk has ever been asked to face.
Yes, 100%. You know, we have a big community. You know, the people forgot we are, I think, 70 million people, in the Kurdish people around the world. I think so. But I have also big support for the German people, for all people who live in Germany, and this make me happy, really.
Frank Warren delivers the most honest assessment of the Usyk versus Kabayel situation, and as always, he keeps it completely and totally real. He says it will be entertaining while it lasts. But then Frank says something that adds a genuinely chilling layer to everything. He says whoever connects first wins the fight. And that is the most terrifying sentence anyone has spoken about this matchup. Because Usyk connecting first means Kabayel is in serious trouble. His combinations, his speed, his incredible ring intelligence. When Usyk connects first, opponents do not recover. They do not come back. They simply suffer.
It'll be entertaining whilst it lasts because they're both older fighters. They're not the fighters they were, so they won't be able to get out of the way. And I think as soon as that bell goes, they're going to just start throwing shots, and whoever connects first, I think will win the fight.
Eddie Hearn steps in, and the concern in his voice is absolutely real and completely genuine. He says yes, they are interested in the Usyk versus Kabayel fight. They would look at that route. But then Eddie drops the most important warning of everything. Some people might perceive this as a more dangerous option for Kabayel than anything else available. And there is so much riding on this for the German challenger. Because Usyk is not just a world champion. He is the most technically perfect heavyweight boxer on the entire planet right now. And stepping in with perfection always carries the most serious risks imaginable.
To go into that fight next. That's not the basis of the deal that we've been offered, but it's definitely one we're interested in if it was offered. And if they want to look at that route, I think some might perceive that to be a more dangerous option, especially when there's so much ride.
Frank Warren steps up with the energy of a man who is absolutely buzzing about the state of heavyweight boxing right now. He says the big fights are happening. They are making fights happen on a regular basis. And then he drops the most exciting announcement. There are a couple more massive heavyweight fights being announced next week. Really good fights. And Warren says, it has simply never been like this before. The heavyweight division has never been this active, this exciting, this dangerous. And sitting right at the very top of all of it, like a predator surveying his territory, is Oleksandr Usyk, the most complete, the most dangerous, the most technically gifted heavyweight champion the sport has seen in an entire generation. And Kabayel wants a piece of all of that.
The big fights are happening. We're making fights happen. We're doing it on a regular basis. We're about to announce a couple more next week. Really good heavyweight fights next week. You know, it's never been like.
Liam Goff makes the most explosive and most perfectly delivered prediction of the entire conversation, and every single word carries the weight of absolute truth. He says both names, Usyk and Kabayel, are big enough to draw massive audiences from every single corner of the boxing world. These are mega names, dangerous names, names that stop people in their tracks. But then Liam says the one thing that makes this fight truly unmissable. It stylistically guarantees carnage. A knockout. There is simply no way this fight goes the full distance. Because Kabayel brings enormous power, enormous heart, enormous ambition. But Usyk brings something even more terrifying, absolute perfection. And when perfection meets power in a heavyweight ring, somebody is going down hard, and the whole world will be watching when it happens.
Really, both guys are big enough names, they draw huge audiences, and it's a mega fight in terms of just stylistically. I mean, guarantee a good fight. The result, carnage, knockout. What more do you want to say? It's just, there's no way that fight doesn't go, or there's no way that fight doesn't end in a knockout. It's phenomenal. But
Adam Smith, one of the most experienced and most respected voices in the entire history of British boxing broadcasting, is standing there completely and utterly shocked by everything surrounding the Usyk versus Kabayel confrontation on live television. He says he did not expect this. He is waiting to see what happens next. He has not even seen official statements yet. And the most extraordinary part of everything, this whole confrontation came out on social media before any official confirmation or any official announcement. That is the world we live in today, where the biggest moments in sport happen on your phone before anyone in the industry can even react. But one thing Adam Smith knows for absolute certain: Usyk confronting Kabayel on live television means this fight is closer to being signed than anyone is currently willing to admit.
Prize, and I'll wait and see what happens. I mean, I don't know the findings. We don't know. I haven't seen statements really. I don't know. It's come out in the social.
And Duke McKenzie closes everything with the most perfectly timed and most powerfully delivered verdict of the entire conversation. He says it simply, and he says it clearly. This is still a fight that interests everybody. He does not care what anybody says. Usyk and Kabayel are still two of the biggest and most dangerous names in world heavyweight boxing right now. And nobody can honestly argue with that statement, no matter how hard they try. Because on one side you have Oleksandr Usyk, the undisputed pound-for-pound #1, a man who has never lost, a man who took 4 belts at cruiserweight when people said he couldn't, a man who moved up to heavyweight and became undisputed when people said he wouldn't, a man whose speed and combinations and ring intelligence are so far ahead of everyone else that even the most dangerous challengers look ordinary when they stand across from him. And on the other side you have Agit Kabayel, a man with 70 million people behind him, a man Eddie Hearn calls a real competitor, a man who looked Usyk in the eyes on live television and said, "Please give me this fight," without blinking even once. Duke McKenzie is right. This fight interests everybody. And when it finally happens, it will be the most explosive heavyweight championship fight the sport has witnessed in a very, very long time. Mark these words. Absolutely guaranteed.
It's still a fight that interests you?
It's a fight that interests everybody, isn't it? Because it's still a massive fight. They are still the two biggest names in world boxing. I don't care what anybody says.
And that is the complete and total picture, ladies and gentlemen. That is everything you need to understand about why this Usyk versus Kabayel confrontation on live television has sent the entire boxing world into an absolute frenzy. Because what we witnessed today was not just a call-out. It was not just a press conference moment. It was not just social media noise. What we witnessed today was a man, Agit Kabayel, standing up in front of the entire world and looking the most dangerous pound-for-pound fighter on the entire planet directly in the eyes and saying, "Please give me this fight." And the word please from a man this fearless and this hungry and this ready carries more power and more weight than any trash talk or any screaming or any table flipping ever could. Because Kabayel is not here for the circus. He is here for the belt. He is here for the history. He is here to become the first Kurdish world champion in 100 years in Germany, with 70 million people behind him praying for this moment to arrive. But then on the other side, you have Oleksandr Usyk. And this is where every single person watching needs to stop and truly appreciate what they are dealing with. Because Usyk is not just a champion. He is not just a belt holder. He is the most complete, the most technically perfect, the most intelligently dangerous heavyweight boxer the sport has seen in an entire generation. A man who has never lost. A man who took 4 belts at cruiserweight. A man who moved up in weight and became undisputed when the whole world said it was impossible. A man whose combinations are like poetry, whose footwork is like dancing, whose ring intelligence is like chess played at grandmaster level. And Eddie Hearn is right. Kabayel has an absolute mountain to climb. Frank Warren is right. Whoever connects first in this fight is going to win. Liam Goff is right. This fight cannot possibly go the full distance. And Duke McKenzie is right. This is still a fight that interests absolutely everybody without a single exception. So to Agit Kabayel, train hard, stay